intelligence. We often think of intelligence as a fixed trait, but modern science reveals it's far more like a muscle. It can be strengthened with the right training, but it can also be weakened and atrophied through neglect and bad habits. What's alarming is that many of these cognitive sabotaging behaviors are seamlessly woven into our daily routines, feeling harmless or even productive. Without realizing it, we might be engaging in a silent, gradual process of mental dulling. This isn't just about forgetting a name, it's about systematically degrading our ability to focus, think deeply, learn, and adapt. One of the most pervasive culprits is our addiction to distraction and our fear of boredom. In any spare moment, waiting in line, sitting on a bus, we instinctively reach for our phones, plunging into the infinite scroll of social media feeds and bite-sized video content. While this feels like efficient use of time, it's actually training our brains for fragmentation. Neuroscience shows that moments of boredom are when our brain's default mode network activates, a crucial state responsible for memory consolidation, self-reflection, and creative insight. By constantly filling this space with shallow stimulation, we not only shorten our attention spans, but also rob our minds of the quiet needed to connect ideas and solve complex problems. Furthermore, this constant task switching, often praised as multitasking, comes with a severe cognitive cost. Research from Stanford reveals that chronic multitaskers become worse at filtering out irrelevant information, exhibit weaker working memory, and are ultimately less efficient. Your brain isn't multitasking. It's rapidly toggling back and forth, and each switch burns mental energy and increases errors. This erosion continues in how we engage with information and challenges. Our digital diet often consists of easy-to-consume clickbait, listicles, and opinion-driven content that requires little critical thought. This caters to our brain's tendency to be a cognitive miser, always seeking the path of least resistance. When we only consume this low-effort information, we fail to engage our analytical, slow-thinking systems, leaving them weak and underused. This intellectual complacency is compounded by a subtle arrogance, the belief that we already know enough. This mindset closes us off to new learning and is fueled by cognitive biases like the Dunning-Kruger effect, where low ability leads to overconfidence, and confirmation bias, where we only seek information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. When we talk more than we listen in conversations, we are not projecting intelligence. We are actively blocking the intake of new perspectives and knowledge that are essential for cognitive growth. Finally, the very foundation of cognitive function is undermined by how we treat our bodies. Consistently sacrificing sleep for more screen time or productivity doesn't just make you tired. It directly impairs memory, focus, and processing speed. Pair this with a diet high in processed foods and sugars, which promotes inflammation and disrupts the delicate balance of neurotransmitters in the brain, and you are essentially running your mental engine on low-quality fuel. The cumulative effect of these habits is a brain that is distracted, shallow, rigid, and chronically underperforming. The good news is that this process is reversible. By recognizing these silent saboteurs, the endless scrolling, the fear of boredom, the intellectual arrogance, the avoidance of challenge, and the physical neglect, we can consciously choose to replace them with habits that build clarity, depth, and resilience, ultimately reclaiming and enhancing our innate cognitive power. For more life lessons like this, hit the subscriber button and become a member of Fools United.